I've had so many unexcused absences from this pod that thank God I'm not owned by anyone where I'm required or legally obligated to post X amount of episodes a week or a month or hours of content, whatever, because I would be fired like a motherfucker. I'll be honest, I'm a very reliable person in so many things in life. For this podcast, I've never been more unreliable. You can't rely on me to fill your ear holes. Well, I can fill a lot of holes, if you know what I mean. Got a few holes in your life I can fill. Just, not the ones that are actually going to progress you to a better future. Oh, Clint. But yeah. But hey, you know what? Fuck it. The boy is back. As Brandy would say, the boy is back, the boy is back, the boy is back. Oh, Brandy, I would give you a lot more wood. All right, that was bad. Jesus. Oh, Brandy. But yeah, welcome to episode 167 of the Off and Beat Podcast. The Off and Beat with Clint Nelson Podcast. I'm your host, Clint Nelson, hence why I said it the first time. Don't forget to like, follow the pod, hit the subscribe button, follow the pod on all apps, but most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to suck some titties. Oh, let me repeat that. Because my voice cracked. Like the egg. And I'm just egging this on. Don't forget to suck some titties. Well, I crack an egg on your titty. Nothing wrong with that. A little sunny side up. Little runny over easy. Because, oh boy, when I'm done, something's going to be running on it. And it's going to be way too easy. Because, it's just going to keep streaming down. Okay. But yeah. Recording this at 10:57 p.m. Eastern, September 1st, 2022. Damn. It's already been, 8+ months of this year? On month 9? Damn, this shit's going fast. Like, literally, if you conceived a baby, on New Year's, or on Christmas, I should say, because, it takes some time to let the egg fertilize. Speaking of eggs, maybe if you were left her on the chest, you wouldn't have to worry about it. But, to anyone that conceived a baby around Christmas time, congratulations. Congratulations. Yeah. Yeah, your boy's been busy. Car's been fucked up. So, yeah. Car's back in the shop. It's in the shop more than, LeBron's show. It's kind of weird because I remember they had Danica Patrick on one show, which is the most random person to have on that show for a lot of different reasons. Maybe they should have had a reunion with her and Aaron, Rodgers. But they both been on the JRE, just for some reason together. They just, couldn't get on the same wavelength, I guess. Boy, your boy's rusty. But yeah, car's been, check engine light came on, so still checking the engine, kind of. It could be just a sensor, could be something. I haven't really checked. Wait until I get paid, because I just want to say I just got paid. Ba-dum. But yeah. I just want to know what turns my car on. I like to know. Please, I would like to know. Please. But yeah, so I think that's been part of a reason. When you have to walk to work and home from work almost every day, it's pretty time consuming. Your energy is drained. You're literally just trying to get through the day working, eating, simple shit, and you just try to find little moments in time of day to make time for yourself to do some shit, and this has kind of suffered. I think it's literally been like 12 days since I posted an episode. Anytime I take like unexpected breaks, and they're never on purpose, it just seems that the first episode back, it's pretty rough stuff, and I'm already feeling it. Because, I've become a creature of habit through my life now. Like, if I don't do something regularly, like when I get back into it, like it feels weird. Like I have to do something every day or virtually almost every day or consistent enough for me to actually feel like I'm normal. My normal state is actually obsessiveness. That's kind of a thing I've noticed about myself. I'm a very obsessive person with things. Like I don't have much balance. Like I either do shit or I don't, So I haven't really been able to hit the gym in like over a week. And I actually think it's been good for my body rest-wise. But at the same time, it's also been, I think anyone that works out can relate to this. It's like you take too much time off, it kind of, you get in your own head too much about, you start thinking to yourself, why am I doing this so much? Why am I working out? So why am I, like, what's my real goal with this? Because you realize when you don't do it, you don't have access to it. You're like, is this thing like just taking time in my day just for me to take time and distract myself from things? Maybe partially, even if you are getting benefits from it. But then, when you get back in the routine, it just makes you feel good. And sometimes in life, just doing stuff that makes you feel good, that's what it's about. You don't have to worry about what is this thing going to do for me 5 years from now. You don't think about what is the payout plan. Not everything you has to do has to be some career driven, there's got to be some final outcome to this or some final end destination. Like if you're going to be doing this, you need to have this result for it to be successful. It's like, or you could just do something because you enjoy doing it and you like improving yourself. And it doesn't have to be a set goal. It really doesn't. I hate when people tell you that you're wasting your time doing shit. Not that I've had anyone tell me I'm wasting my time doing shit. But, I'll admit, I've had a person or two this year, people that at least kind of merit their opinion, people I know capacity, they're like, I think it's fun that you enjoy doing your podcast, but, I just think that, there's better things you could be doing with your time. And immediately when they said that, you know what I said? You notice how you said your time, referring to me, meaning it's my time? It's weird how other people want to tell you what's good, what you should be doing with your time, when they don't even have control or have any authority for what dictates their time. They let life and situations dictate their time. And what I've learned the most as I'm now getting my bag? What I've learned the most about these experiences when I don't have my car, when I'm not able to make easy access to, quote unquote, let's just say the gym or to the grocery store or to work in a convenient manner. I still make it happen, even if it's not ideal. Which is something I'm proud of myself about, which is something I take great pride in. So when I hear people who have the ideal resources to do things, and they try to say it's a waste of time. You know how many things people do that's a waste of time that means nothing to me? But it makes them feel good, which is actually going to benefit them to actually be more than worth their time? Imagine, like, if someone is, like, when a girl does their hair, when a girl does makeup. Do I think makeup for the most part is a waste of time? Yeah. But it's not about me. You know what? If wearing makeup makes you a nicer person, makes you feel good about yourself, and that means your interaction with me is going to be better, then you know what? Do what you got to do. It does not bother me. If paying for overpriced nails is your thing, do your thing. It just bothers the fuck out of me when people are comfortable telling you what's worthy for your time. Because I think there's this thing where if they think that if that thing you didn't do, you would make more time for things that they deem valuable. But yet, for the things that they deem valuable, they haven't even found a way to have control of their life to make time for those things they deem valuable. So it's almost like they look at you jealously, like, wow, it must be nice to have time to make time for stuff. It's like, I have time to make time for stuff because I make time by decisions I make and having a routine and schedule to make time for things. Making time for things doesn't just fucking happen. Jesus. Clint came back swinging. And I guess, my recent experience with not having a vehicle, it opened my eyes more to things. Because you actually really think about how people look at time. Time is this weird thing where we feel like we don't really have control or authority. We really let things dictate what we do with our time. When there's that constant variable of you. If you don't have time to do things that are important to you, then you need to do what you need to do to readjust your control of your life to actually make time for that shit. If you don't have time, it's one of two things. Either you are in a situation where you have made decisions to where you don't value your personal time enough, so you have occupied yourself with other time to kind of just consume it, or that thing that you say you wish you had more time for just isn't that important to you. I think that's really the cold, real truth to a lot of this shit. Because I'm a believer. I don't care what people say. I will say this till the day I die. If something is important enough to you, you will make time for it. And no, I'm not talking about taking someone out to dinner when someone tries to use that shit. Like, if that was important to you, you would actually make more time for me. It's like, I can still value you, but understand that you're not the only thing I fucking value. And I had all these values and priorities before you. And if you want to get the best version of me when we hang out or do whatever together, you would understand that in order for us to maximize our time together, I have to make sure I maximize and prioritize the things that are going to make our time valuable as is. If I don't prioritize things to make money, for example, most people, if I don't prioritize time to make money and make sure I'm eating well and this, that, and the other, you know what's going to happen when you get me? When you get my time that you stress for, you're not going to go out anywhere. We're not going to go do nothing. We're going to hide behind being homebodies, have too much free time, and then I'm going to get you pregnant. That's just how this shit goes. Because, that's what poor people do. We get people pregnant. Because we have too much time on our hands. And a few other things. But no, seriously. And this is obviously not a personal example. But this is kind of like a thing I see. When people try to guilt you into that their time is deemed as valuable. But they fail to recognize that maybe I don't prioritize you in my time frame because I see that you don't even value your time yet. Because you're waiting around for me to give you my time, which means, oh, well, maybe you're just a high value male. It's like, shut up. I know I'm not a fucking high value male. All right. At least not yet. I'm high value in my values. And they're like, that's the biggest broke boy talk I've ever heard. And it's like, yeah, it's working. But no. I'm just one of those people. I am just sick and tired of, because I've actually proved to myself. I think when you prove something to yourself and you kind of, you have theories growing up, you have ideas, you have ways of how you feel a life is supposed to be lived, right? And then sometimes you could be taught all the right things and you still have to fuck it up yourself to realize like, oh, those theories were either correct or, I don't know about that one. And I think in situations where, like the whole valuing and making time for people, it's hard. But at the same time, when it's for people that understand what it's actually like to that doesn't have as much time. I think two people, for example, that have time restrictions based off either personal things they like to do plus their job and occupation, but also making time for things that they enjoy. I think two people that understand that and may deem to have less time when they're just by themselves doing their own thing, find a way to make time for each other because they understand that and they won't feel judged by the word no. They won't feel judged or feel like if they say no to someone, they're not appeasing something. Because there's a lot of needy ass motherfuckers out here. There's a lot of needy bitches, and I mean that for guys and girls. I'm not calling ladies bitches, but because, men talk more than bitches these days. Let that sink in, as Drake would say. But it's true. And I know there's a lot of needy ass people out here. And I have become one of the least needy people I know in my life. And I can tell the ones that are needy, but they pretend not to be needy because they don't want to be needy because it's not cool to be needy. But at the same time, if you're needy, people think you're automatically like, oh, they're needy because they know their worth. It's like, actually, you don't. Because if you knew your worth, you would realize you don't have to be so goddamn needy. All right? I need you to stop needing me in the nuts. Don't need me in the nuts. Well, I hope you need me. But, it's more for me than you. You're probably like, all right, Clint, I know this isn't a personal account by any means. I was like, of course it's not. But I think what you realize when you have things taken away and things become just harder to do the basics, you realize even with all these unideal circumstances you have in the moment, somehow I still find time to do some things. So when I see people that have the resources and circumstances and they say they don't have the time to do things, I say no. And I'll just say it. Yes, I'll make a bland statement. Yes, you do. Not only do you have the time, you know you have the time. You just choose to use the time differently. There. I know this is like more of a ranting type of thing. Not even any jokes. Like, I'm not even throwing jokes in here. I'm not even in a joking mood. And I'm drinking the Ghost. I'm drinking the Sour Patch Watermelon. The Ghost. They're like, why did you ghost me? It's like, I wouldn't have ghosted you if you would have gave me the gooch. Well, oh, wait, that's the guy. Oh, don't give me gooch. Give me the cooch. A little smooch for the cooch. Only if you smooch my gooch. Jesus. Nothing like when you fart in between the thighs, in between the creases of the pelvic. When it just rides up slowly on each side. Those are some strong boys. Some strong bubble. I guess you'd call me Bubble Boy. And if you burst it, it's just going to be one big old gas. Oh, flubber. But inflation's a bitch. So, Speaking of fucking inflation, this rent is out of fucking insane. Apparently where I live, rent is going to go up to almost $2,000 a month. $2,000. And then you go online and you find places that are like $1,200, $1,300. Now, granted, it's probably a sketchy area. So, you probably get what you pay for. But you know what? I'll take my chances. If I get robbed, so be it. Insurance will cover it. It's better than getting robbed, legally. I'd rather get robbed illegally. It ain't that fucked up. Because at least I have insurance to cover if something happens illegally. I don't know. Just throwing that out there. But yeah, this whole time, I guess the whole theme of this pod is just going to be time. I think you realize through inconvenience, you learn a lot about yourself. But I notice a lot more about others. I'm a very observational person. I notice when I would be walking. I notice the judgment in people's cars at me when I'm walking. And I also realize there's a go. I also kind of realize too. At least I have a feeling. Is that I feel like girls are attracted to guys that have to walk to work and don't have a car. That I don't have a car dick, even though it's temporary. Well, not the dick, but then I have the car. I'll always have the dick. At least I hope so. If I don't, fuck it. I'll probably just jump off a bridge with the car. Call Knight Rider. Who needs a Golden Gate Bridge when you got golden showers? Okay. Well, how would you pee? If I didn't have a dick, how would I pee? Would it just would the fluids just transfer through your asshole? I've had some liquidy brown farts. I'm assuming it's a combination of urine too, because once you're in. Okay, this pod is so terrible. But yeah, though that not having a car dick, it's just a different dick. I think people, I think for some reason you're kind of even though you may be deemed as less valuable in some people's eyes, are like, oh man, what kind of decisions this person made at their age where they're walking? It's I don't know, stuff happens with cars. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not going to pay $30 a fucking day for an Uber. That's just fiscally dumb. I got 2 feet. I think there's something about wow, a man that's doing what he's got to do is so attractive. Then some complacent bum with a vehicle. And I know it's weird because you think, well, if someone has a car, they're not a bum. It's you can be a bum and have a vehicle. And you could be respectable and be a hardworking person and be a genuine, decent person and not have a vehicle, at least for a period of time, I think that's the thing it's cool to say online. It's cool to say this, but then when you're actually going about real life, I actually think there's a weird thing where I think there's this weird attraction, and I don't just mean sexual. I think there's this weird thing where people respect when they constantly see someone walking to work. Because man, this person is not making excuses. They're doing what they got to do. Sweating their ass off, walking in the rain, blah, blah, blah. They're doing what they got to do. Because you'd be surprised how many people call out of work at any place you go to. The things people call out of work for is so minimal 90% of the time. My anxiety is on a 10 today. And I haven't gotten a refill on my medication. It's alright. So, you gonna come in? I would, but I'm just really, I don't want to get stressed. It's alright. So you don't want a job that actually requires you to think or requires an expectation that if you do X, Y, and Z, you fulfill your obligation of your paycheck. Yeah, I don't want to be under that pressure. It's oh, okay. That's all you have to say. And of course, since she's a girl in a workplace, they don't give a fuck. They're you know what? We just gave you paid time off for it. Don't worry about it. God forbid if a guy does it, it's they got to do a whole investigation. Why'd you really call out? Why'd you really? It's yeah, I don't know, my ankle, I broke it in half. It's they're looking at it as we could have put you in a different area to work. It's I broke my fucking ankle. I don't want to work the next day after I break my fucking ankle. At least give me a day or two to fucking relax. I mean, Jesus. But it's cool though. Being a guy. The expectation. It's so great. But yeah, no. Sure wasn't. But yeah, no, I do think there's this thing where when you're a guy, specifically, like the assumption is people would say someone walking their bum, but I think it's kind of reversed now. I think now everything is so reversed where people are just, girls are really, not just girls, but I think people are just impressed by effort. I think we're more like an effort-based society now. Like you could say the participation award thing, the participation trophy type of shit. And obviously I don't think that's the greatest thing, but I do think it is important to acknowledge and award effort, in small capacity. Because in order to get results, it takes effort. And, sometimes with effort, like, you need to keep grinding and shit. But once in a while, you need someone to be like, hey, I just want to let you know that you're doing the right thing. Like, I remember that one time at the gym, someone complimented me, like, man, you're really doing the right things. Like, whatever you're doing, it's impressive. And just keep at it, and you're going to keep like, that shit was, like, monumental. Someone I saw every day, and they didn't do it off first instinct. They didn't do it the first 3 times they saw me just to, butter me up or to make me feel good or to give me confidence. Like, they saw or instilled in myself. And they even realized that even the most consistent, strongest of people in this world need a little, like, reminder, like, hey, just keep your head up. Just keep your head up. Keep putting your head down, putting in the work. And I think that's very important too. But I think there's something that's unquantifiable that every time in my life that I have not had a car for a period of times or whatever, whether it's broken, in between shit, it seems like there's like this magnetic shit of girls that just kind of want to talk to me because, and I don't mean necessarily relationship shit, but it just seems like when they see you walking and sweating and shit, it's like, wow, this is a working man. This is like a hard working man. And to a lot of girls these days, that's really attractive. Because, there's not actually a lot of hard working men out here. It's a lot of bitches out here. I mean, men. Again, men. I've had someone in my life like try to be like, hey, that word bitch is like it's really not. It's really weird when you say bitch type of thing when you're talking about girls. It's just rude and disrespectful. And I still say it, in I would never call a person in person a bitch. But I refer to situations as these bitches, But you should never call someone that you care about a bitch, Except if it's a guy. If he's acting like a bitch, you gotta tell your friend, hey man, you're kind of acting like a bitch. All right? And then there's no such thing as kind of act. Like, you just are acting like a bitch, actually. But yeah, no. But hey, the shoe fits. If someone does bitchy behavior and it's really shitty and it's something you quantify in that field, then you know what? Do it. We get called assholes, dickheads, pieces of shit, no good motherfuckers all the time. Men ain't shit. We get called that. And to us, it doesn't really hurt us. We just kind of like, alright. And chances are if you call us, we probably did something, we know it. Now we may defend ourselves even when there's no reason. Just because you have to. You have to defend your own honor, baby. I gotta defend my foolery. Because if you don't, you're a little bitch. You gotta defend yourself even when you know you're wrong. You gotta at least pretend to defend yourself when you're wrong. Like, people will respect someone who will defend themselves even when it's obvious there's nothing for them to be defending themselves of, than someone who just admits, like, yeah, I was wrong on that. I don't care what people tell you. Don't listen to people. Don't listen to anyone that tells you, you know what, I appreciate someone who just admits when they're wrong, when the first time that they have the opportunity to admit they're wrong. Like, no, I'm going to drag that shit on. I'm going to make you believe that you're wrong, turn the tables on you, and then if you're the resilient person I know where you will not back down, then sooner or later I might as well be like, you know what, even if I was wrong, who gives a fuck? You know, it doesn't matter. If I start playing the hypotheticals, like, yeah, I acknowledge I did some wrongdoing, but I'm not going to just sit here and submit my wrongness. Like, it's like basically admitting to cheating on a test. Like, it's like, if you don't have the physical evidence, if it's just subjective because you're comparing my answer. That was always dumb in school when they would compare your answers to someone else when it's multiple choice. Like, you know, you two had a lot similar answers. It's like, yeah, because we both studied probably pretty fucking similarly the same amount. So we got the similar answers right and others not. Ever thought of that? It's like every fucking, yeah, you have 30 kids test and it's a 20 question test. There's only so many variations of wrong answers and right answers as possible if a bunch of people get similar grades. Chances are everyone always gets one of the questions wrong that's very specific because you probably worded it incorrectly or you didn't fucking teach it. It was not in the study guide. All right? But hey, you know, we got to do this. I don't know. It looks suspicious. It's like, you ever think if I'm going to cheat, I'm going to cheat for a 74? Really? You think that's like, if I'm going to cheat, I'm going to cheat. I'm not going to cheat with one girl. I'm cheating with 92. Not that that would be realistic because, you know, I wouldn't want 92 problems in my life. It's not a good ratio. And the fuck that many girls in like that period of time that you be cheating on a girl that you're with, like that's a lot of effort. Like, cheating is supposed to be effortless. Like, it's supposed to be like, hey, you know, I ran into a girl and we just hit it off in like 10 minutes, and then one thing led to another. We got some frozen yogurt, and then next thing you know, we're in my room, and you know, I'm fro-yoing something. Like, it's supposed to be like a quick thing. It's supposed to be like something that happened naturally, not some girl that you're talking to for 4 months to like do all that shit. Like, if you're my side chick, I'm not talking to you for weeks and months to figure you out. You know? It's like, that's not like, a side is supposed to be something that it's weird. Like, if you make a meal, if you make something as simple as like chicken, macaroni, cheese, and like, I don't know, mashed potatoes. The chicken should be the thing that takes the longest to cook. The macaroni shouldn't take longest to cook. It's a side dish. The mashed potatoes shouldn't take the longest to cook. It's a side dish. The chicken should be the one that takes the longest to cook. Season it, cut it, you know, making shit with it, making sure it's edible, making sure it's cooked correctly, checking the temperature, making sure you sear it, grill it, fry it, whatever the fuck you're trying to do. Like, I'm not seasoning, frying, checking the temperature of my side chick. I don't give a fuck what you're feeling. Don't call me with your shit. That's main chick problems. I care about my internal temperature of my main chick. All right? That's a reference to something that only someone knows. The internal temperature. I'm a jokester. But anyways, yeah. I forgot where I was going off. But yeah, no, I don't know. It just kind of feels like it just kind of feels like, yeah, there's a lot of bitches out here. A lot of just, oh yeah, just like I think now the standards are so low for us. It's weird because the standards are deemed so high in terms of unrealistic expectations. If you go online, it's like, yeah, you're going to find the ones that want these crazy unrealistic expectations. But then when you actually like start getting around genuine people with genuine like intentions, I think genuine people have have deemed to start to lower their expectations so much that just the slightest thing tickles their fancy. Like opening the door, being a gentleman, making sure a woman's walk on, the far, like you were near the sidewalk and she's on the far side. Like little gentleman things of, you know, just things that you should do anyways, just be respectful and nice. It's just like if you do them now, like girls go crazy over it. Because it honestly doesn't genuinely happen. It happens, but you can tell when it happens and when someone is just being nice and when someone is doing it because they're trying to catch someone's affection to get something. And then when they don't get something in return, then they act like a little bitch and be like, well, fuck this bitch. It's crazy how like the lowest amount of effort. Like if I was with a girl now and she could like legitimately cook and clean, and I'm not trying to generalize, as I like to say, where you just generalize a gender, what they do, but it's honestly not something that within a reasonable age range of my age that girls in my age range really know how to do. You may find one that knows how to do one, but not really the other. And then a lot of girls just don't even bother to do either. But now, like, if you meet someone that can do that shit, it's like, holy fuck. Did I just meet, like, fucking, a goddess? Did I just meet Athena? It's crazy. Something that used to be the standard. Now it's like, holy fuck. I can't let you go. You are not leaving this house. I'm not having anyone see you ever again. And then I feel like that's how a really abusive narcissist. I feel like that's when those stories of she was trapped in the house for 9 years and couldn't leave. I feel like that's how those stories happen. Typically those are like for child predators that like lock kids in their basement at 15, and then when they're 25, they find a way to escape. This like and it's always like these random rinky dink houses where it's like you could just like probably kick the wall a couple times and get out of there. Like, oh, he double locked the doors. You telling me you couldn't figure out how to get out of a double locked door? Like, I think at a certain point they kind of just like, hey, free rent. It's like, I'm taken care of. It brings me a bowl of green peas instead of like kibble and bits. I'm not justifying someone being kidnapped in a basement, by the way, for 9 years or abducted. But I think at a certain point, it's like, I was struggling before I got here. I get free food, get free this, life's all right, I'm a simple gal. But no, the standards are so low for especially men nowadays. We're just like, if you're just a gentleman and you're just nice to someone and it's genuine and it doesn't come off that you're trying to just, slide in. Let it slide. It's like almost like you're looked at in this like a marvelous eye. Like it's almost like, wow, I don't even know what to like. It's like this honestly doesn't happen to me. Which sometimes when someone says, I've never had someone be nice, like I just roll my eyes like, all right, I appreciate the fact you want to butter me up, but I hope this isn't the first time someone's been nice to you, because that means you've been a really bad person in the past and there's been nothing to be nice to. Like, guys are so desperate these days that they will be nice to anything. And so if a guy's never been nice to you, had never done like gentleman nice things to you, it's like, that's a red flag to me. And I have low expectations for the men ain't shit either sometimes. But damn, like, even shitty men pretend to be nice, for something. If a guy hasn't even pretended to be nice to you, that means he doesn't even give a fuck if you notice. He doesn't even give a fuck if you notice, him doing a deed that may, catch your eye. He's like, actually, I want to be as unseen by you as possible. But yeah, it's just weird how the standards are so low these days. And it's really sad. Because the standards are either unrealistic. And I think even the when you hear about the girls that talk about the crazy unrealistic expectations, like that woman who recently, there's like a viral thing of her on like some type of little small like dating show type of thing. And she was like, and the host asked her, all right, so let's say you meet a guy and he's starting his own business, right? So realistically, let's just say he makes $45,000 a year, because like a first year, second year starting a business, there's some rough upbringings, but he's making a little something, but it's not what you typically, the success stories you hear where, oh, if you start a business, you're going to make 6 figures and 7 figures, 8 figures. Like reality is for a lot of business is just, they're just trying to make above what the average worker would make, but they're just in more controlled things and stuff. She posed, what if you meet someone, they're making $45,000 a year? So like, well, I mean, they wouldn't even be able to afford me, because I want a $200,000 some type of carat ring or whatever. He would have to work 5-6 years just to pay that off. It's like, there's no way some person actually really wants a $200,000 ring when she literally looked like she was on a plane being a flight attendant. I'm sorry. Like, if you look like a flight attendant and you're on a fucking plane just to say you travel the world, that's great. You meet all the men you want. They can bust your guts. And maybe they're like, hey, you know what? You were a nice gal. Here's a $200,000 ring I just have sitting around. I've given it to 2 women to propose to. You could just have it. Maybe you get one of those situations. Maybe you go to Abu Dhabi and get shit on by a Campbell for, and that's your payout. You get a $200,000 ring. And then maybe you can appreciate the quality in life, But no, I don't believe that that's what she really actually believes in. I really don't. I think it's someone has to hike up expectations so much, because they think they hike up those expectations that someone who can afford and has those reasonable will automatically slide in her DMs and come to her. But in reality, any girl that's blatant about how much they want that type of lifestyle, typically guys who actually make that lifestyle don't really want that. Because the guy that makes that lifestyle, the last thing he wants is someone who's outspoken about how they're being taken, about how basically they feel they're taken advantage of, how they're taking advantage of the person they're with. Because that makes them look like a fool. You can't be a person in position of power and have all this control of business, all this stuff, but then people know that your wife kind of bitches you out in a way, or your girl kind of bitches you out. It kind of fucks up how people look at you, which affects business, affects when you do business deals and entrepreneurship and shit like that. It affects how they look at you and how, like, oh, you have such a strong line to say for this, but your wife publicly out here saying, oh, I wouldn't even talk to him unless he gave me, like, some weird shit. I think that's kind of why, that's why a lot of people give Russell Wilson a lot of shit. I don't give Russell Wilson. I think the whole people shitting on him for loving his wife type of thing, I think it's a little over the top, because at the end of the day, I mean, people say Russell Wilson's corny. Look, I'm a corny guy. Now, there's different types of corniness. There's people say you're corny because you're funny, because your humor's corny. Like, you got corny jokes and shit like that. That's more the thing I follow. When people say you're corny, where it's almost like you're being disingenuous by being over the top, positive, optimistic, But some people really are just optimistic and positive, and they don't really have bad days in their life. And especially people that know they put the time in and work into things. There's a common theme here, time. They put the time and work into things. So really, when they put all that into that stuff and they've reaped the fruits of their labor type of thing, they realize what's a big deal, what's not. They realize what's important, what's not. So stuff that people say is not really going to faze them, which ironically doesn't make them corny. It actually makes them the opposite of that. Makes them very strong-minded, strong-willed. Nothing will faze them, which is exactly what someone would want in a man. And that's maybe what attracted Sierra to him. Now, you know, I don't know, like, I'm not on IG and stuff, but I know the videos out there where it's like, it's definitely, it seems more like he's more lucky to be with her type of thing than vice versa. That's kind of like how he treats it when he's like the most out of the both of them. Like, Sierra doesn't really make music anymore. You know, she's a relevant figure in her field, you know. She looks more like a model. Like, when I think of her, I think she would be more like a model now than like a musician, dancer, entertainer, you know. And yeah, she has 2 kids from previous situation with Future and stuff. And people, oh, Russell Wilson, take care of. I was like, you know what? The kids have a father, which is all people want to stress about. Kids not having fathers these days. And then not only do they have a father, but they have a father who seems like he gives a shit. Seems very caring. Obviously supports them financially. Like, that's not going to be an issue. Like, oh yeah, Andy just signed a 5-year, $245 million deal. So they're going to be supported very, very well. Future's going to need to do a couple more collabs with Drake to get that type of money. Oh. But you notice who uses the terms like cornball when they describe someone? It's always low level kind of degenerates themselves who call other people cornballs or corny ass people in a negative way to describe someone's character, to describe someone's intentions, right? To describe someone's ways, their demeanor and shit. When any reasonable person was just like, oh, yeah, they got a way they go about their life, but it seems to be working out for them. People who call other people cornballs, it's always someone from a lower position of power in life. I don't mean just like working, but like in life. They call other people cornballs who are typically in higher positions, who are doing better for themselves, who actually they may have an appearance, they may not fit what they would sexually desire or just intimately desire or just desire in a person they would hang around. But they got a lot more figured out than them, but somehow they're the cornball. They're the corny ass guy. Like, no one calls girls corny ass. No one calls girls corny. It's only a term for us guys. I don't know what the term be for girls, you know? But it's always that shit. Guys like Russell Wilson get called corny ass dudes. Because he's not this, he's not that. It's like, but he's a lot of things. And I'm not even the biggest Russell Wilson fan. Like, I think he's good as a player, but like, I'm not like, oh my God, I gotta watch Russell Wilson this Sunday. But obviously, he's doing something right. You could take a lot of things you could learn from him and apply it to your life more than he could probably take shit from you. Like, what the fuck are you going to tell Russell Wilson when you're calling him a corny ass dude? What are you going to tell him? Because he does everything regardless if your beliefs of his shit, like, he obviously has a crazy regimen. Like, people make fun of the walkthrough shit. like last year when he was injured and stuff, he went through like a whole walkthrough, and former players were like rolling their eyes, like, yeah, it could come off as attention seeking. It could come off doing it for the cameras and stuff. But you know what? It also comes off as someone like, yeah, you know what? That seems like something he would do. Like when I looked at that warm up, I'm like, I know he's done that warm up thousands of times before. It's not like someone, when I think of someone who's corny, like a cornball is someone who does things for appearance or does things for disingenuous reasons. Like a corny dude would be someone who holds the door, but he only holds the door for pretty girls. He wouldn't hold the door for a woman he deemed unattractive. He would only do it for pretty girls who he'd want their attention. That's a corny ass dude, because that's not a dude who does the same thing regardless of situation. He only does certain things when he wants a certain benefit out of it. So if Russell Wilson only did that because he wanted to be seen on TV and deemed as a hard worker and seemed like first in, last out type of guy, and a guy who's, even when he's hurt, he's going to get his reps in because he's wearing a helmet, throwing the ball, he's just going literally through the motions of arm motions, pretending he's running routes, like you would in a backyard. But I'm pretty sure he does the same warm-up before every game when he's playing. He probably does it every day in practice. He probably does it in his backyard in the off season. He probably does this shit all the fucking time. And yeah, there were it's not his fault that there's cameras on a fucking football field 24 hours a day. Like, he did it like 2 hours before the game. So to see people, I remember that, and I'm like, all right, this is just like a piling on thing. We're trying to find everything that's like wrong with people in society, or things that we feel, or we try to demean people who have reached certain things in life, or people who are just doing their thing to be the best they can be, and we find ways to ram against it. And it's always people who have no routine, who have nothing that they actually have to prepare for, anything, that wouldn't understand that what he's doing is because if he doesn't do it, he doesn't feel right, because he has trained himself to be regimented. But yeah, he's a corny ass dude for having a regiment, for working hard, for making sure that he's actually, doing things in life. Like, say what you want about his life and shit like that, but say what you want about him, but what you can't deny is all that shit that you make fun of is probably exactly why he's in the position he's in. 5 years, $245 million. You know how many times I would go through that pre-workout thing 8 times a day if I got 5 year, 240. People say whatever the fuck they want about me. Put me on blast. Call me the corny ass dude. I don't give a fuck. I literally got I don't give a fuck about you money. I literally got fuck you money. He has the type of money he could probably like buy your whole neighborhood and kick y'all out and y'all be on the streets. Is that what you would want? He wouldn't do that. And I mean, that would be kind of a douchey thing to do. But yeah. But yeah, no, we live in this thing where being quote unquote deemed as stable, or being deemed as, people call stable boring. People just want this high in life all the time. And I really believe that people just want this high in life because being steady is not realistic for them. Like feeling the lows and highs. The highs only feel so high because you're low all the time. When you're a steady person, like if you're just like in the middle most of the time, and you just like kind of deal with things as they go, and they may be quick spikes, but you have control of them. The highs just seem like, oh, this is pretty cool. But when you were like sad and down all the time, and then you're getting high to balance that out, like it's too much of a variance that when you get high, it feels so much better than what you're really at. Like I actually think, like that's why I think people that are really sad have to do drugs all the time. I think typically people that are really sad have to do drugs because their high feels so goddamn different than just someone who gets high for casual use, for example, right? Like if you are sad and feel at the bottom of the barrel all the time, like you literally get high just to balance yourself. But with that brief time that you feel high, I'm sure it feels insane than when you actually are just pretty okay with life and you get high and it's just like, okay. I don't do drugs. I don't get high or nothing like that. But this is kind of my interpretation and observation of people in my life that I've noticed that have had a fascination with weed and certain drugs and stuff. So they were typically really unhappy people. And those are the type of people that try to convince you that this isn't addictive, that's not addictive. It's like, I think when you're constantly in a low level state and you do some all the time to get in a high level state, like, I don't see how that doesn't become addictive. It's too much of a change to not get addicted to. And like I said earlier, we're like, and it's going to kind of contradict kind of what I said earlier now that I think about it, but it's like, this whole life is just about feeling good. Who am I to tell someone that gets high or do drugs all the time, like, to not feel good if doing drugs makes them feel good? I know it's going to probably fuck up their life. I know it's going to make them not stable enough to keep a job or literally be able to pass drug tests to keep a job. I know doing drugs is going to fuck up a lot of shit about them. But it may be one of the only things that make them feel good. At least for the time being. And who the fuck am I to tell someone not to feel good? Because I got pissed earlier for just suggesting when people telling me I'm wasting my time. Telling me I'm wasting my time when something makes me feel good. And I can make a million arguments how I'm not wasting my time. How one day this shit can make me a lot of fucking money or at least a living. I don't care what anyone tells. No one wants a podcast for free the rest of their life. But, I enjoy it. Regardless if I'm making money or not. Because I have episodes like this where I just talk about time the whole time. And it's like a really introspective conversation to myself because I talk to myself. And I really kind of think as I go along and really think about time and how valuable it is. Based off my recent circumstances and shit. Where I've thought about more than ever. And I think how someone values their time, regardless if you know it's not good for them, who am I to tell someone not to do shit? Because I hate when people tell me not to do shit that I enjoy doing. I fucking hate it. Because it's like insulting my judgment. When I trust my judgment more than anything based off of what I've trained and created myself to be to this day that I'm very proud of. Now, I can make assumptions that other people's judgment isn't that great. That, yes, you are using those things to escape. I think things that I do that are healthy, I use to escape. I think I work out to escape things. To escape just feeling time in the day. Feeling like I'm being more productive as a whole than I really am. But at the same time, if it feels a thing in me that it makes me feel like I am doing something that's bigger than just feeling good. So I can justify it. And it's not, to me, it's, even if it is, you could call it an escape. I think there's nothing wrong with escaping as long as you make sure you still are okay running back home. Like, no one says when you go on vacation, it's an escape. I mean, it is an escape because you're just spending money to go a week somewhere. It's technically an escape from life and reality, you know? But you do it. So yeah, I guess the moral of today's pod is don't let anyone fucking tell you what to do with your time. If something you want to do, something you enjoy is valuable to you, who gives a fuck? It's your fucking time. And if you're going to waste your time with me. I mean, you already did, honestly. So just open your eyes and ears because you literally just wasted an hour with me. But no, I think today's theme was time. And enjoy it with things, enjoy it with people, and never be ashamed of making time for things that matter to you. And I think more importantly, don't let past situations in life affect future blessings, as lame as that sounds. Don't let past shit interfere with potential good things that can happen to you because of your preconceived notions and shit. Like, I don't know. Just know when you say I don't have time, this is what I'll leave you with, guys, today. Anytime you say you don't have time for X, Y, and Z, just ask yourself, is it really that? Or do you not care to make changes to make time for it? Do you not care to work a little less? Do you not care to make a little less money to do whatever this other thing that's important to you? That's typically the excuse people will make is my job hours. Like, if you could work one less day at your job, or even just not pick up an extra shift or do whatever, not make everything about your life about money. If you wanted to make more time to paint, to write, do something that matters to you, meditate, go work out, do whatever. Something that you feel you need to do that's just a basic thing to you, a hobby. You know, go build a boat or some shit. Go to Home Depot, build like a little wooden boat for your, with a little Home Depot apron and, If that's important to you, then show to yourself that it's important to you. Sometimes you gotta be willing to say no to something else to actually do something else. I think that's the biggest thing I've learned from the recent experience, and I just wasted an hour of your time to tell you something that I kind of told you in the first 3 minutes. It's funny, I always tie it back together. This shit tight like Fort Knox. To the roommate, just tell her the door is locked. Okay. Nobody's perfect, and neither was this pod. All right, guys. That was episode 167 of the Off and Beat podcast with Clint Nelson. I felt like the least I could do is give you an hour plus one. So, yeah. Don't forget to like, follow, comment, subscribe. Hit the notification bell. And most importantly, suck some titties. And, make time for shit. If it's important to you, it's important to me, guys. Have a great day.